For my presentation, I did Eric Dane. Who is Eric Dane? Eric Dane was born on November 9th in 1972 in San Francisco, California. He is married to Rebecca Gayhart and has 2 children, Beatrice and Georgia Dane. He is known for his famous roles on Grey's Anatomy playing Mark Sloan, also known as McSteamy, and on his role on Euphoria as Cal Jacobs. Eric Dane was diagnosed with ALS in April in 2023. He shared his diagnosis in an interview with Good Morning America.
Speaking his first TV interview about his ALS diagnosis, you may know it as Lou Gehrig's disease, and Diane sat down with the Grey's Anatomy star to talk about his health battle that he revealed to the world just a short time ago.
That's right. Who can forget, as you say, the tall, captivating actor who walked onto the set of Grey's Anatomy almost 20 years ago now. He's also working, of course, on the hit show Euphoria and has a new show coming out in a week called Countdown. But as he'll tell you now, he's already feeling some of the effects of this very tough diagnosis. But he's in the fight for himself and his family and for the 5,000 people every year in this country who get the same wrenching news. There he is, the blue eyes, the sly smile. Eric Dane arrives at Grey's Anatomy.
So, do you ever go out with coworkers?
I make it a rule not to.
Then I am so glad that I don't work here.
He's a little mysterious and charming. It doesn't take long before he'll be immortalized as Dr.
McSteamy.
And now, this 52-year-old man we all know is walking into the room. This is wonderful, and you are tall.
I am tall.
Yeah. It helps, doesn't it?
I like it.
He is here to talk about his shattering medical diagnosis so that anyone else who receives the same news will know they're not alone. Take me back to the first thing that made you concerned, worried, baffled. Where did it begin?
I started experiencing some weakness in my right hand. And I didn't really think anything of it. At the time, I thought maybe I'd been texting too much or my hand was fatigued. But a few weeks later, I noticed it had gotten a little worse. So I went and saw a hand specialist who sent me to another hand specialist. I went and saw a neurologist, and the neurologist sent me to another neurologist and said, this is way above my pay grade.
Finally, after 9 months, the crushing reality. He is told he has the incurable disease that progressively kills the nerves that connect to your muscles, affecting your arms, legs, speech, breathing. In the end, for so many, paralysis while your mind is still acute. It's called ALS.
I will never forget those 3 letters. It's on me the second I wake up.
It's not a dream.
It's not a dream. No.
A disease without a roadmap, just a daily inventory of what is being lost. It is now 1.5 years since the symptoms began.
I have 1 functioning arm. My dominant side.
Is your right side?
Yeah, my left side is functioning. My right side is completely stopped working.
And then your left arm is fine?
No, it's going. Yeah, I feel like maybe a few more months, and I won't have my left hand either. It's sobering.
He says he's walking fine, but thinking about his legs. Is that what you're worried about next to your leg?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm worried about my legs.
And
What is ALS? ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. It is a progressive neurodegenerative disorder that affects nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord, leading to the gradual loss of voluntary muscle control. Over time, the motor neurons that transmit signals from the brain to the muscles degenerate and die, causing muscle weakness, twitching, and eventually paralysis, which cognitive function often remains intact. This exact cause of ALS is not fully understood, but it is also believed to involve a combination of genetic, environmental, and cellular factors that disrupt normal nerve function. There is no cure for ALS. Social and family life. Since Eric Dane has been diagnosed, it has been devastating for his family, including his 2 teenage daughters and wife, Rebecca Gayhart, who has noticed the entire family is suffering. Dane has participated in nationwide campaigns, partnered with nonprofit organizations, and appeared in media interviews to share his story, aiming to educate the public about early symptoms, research needs, and the urgency of funding clinic trials. Beyond raising awareness, he has also engaged directly with policymakers and legislators, advocating for broader access to environmental treatments and clinical trials for ALS patients. This advocacy not only highlights his personal resilience, but also demonstrates how public figures can use their visibility to drive meaningful changes in healthcare policy and research funding. Eric Dane has launched a fundraising campaign, the Push for Progress campaign, with the nonprofit organization I Am ALS to raise money for ALS research and treatment access. The campaign aims to secure over $1 billion in federal funding, and individual donations are being raised to fuel community momentum and support these goals. Emotional and well-being. Eric Dane has been honest and direct about his emotional toll ALS has taken on him, particularly the fear and anger that he wakes up to every day, and how to come with facing life-threatening illnesses and relatively young age. He has expressed profound frustration and grief over the possibility of taking from his daughters prematurely, a fear intensified by the early loss of his own father, which left a lasting impact on his understanding of family and mortality. In coping with these emotions, Dane has leaned heavily on the support of his close family, lifelong friends, and professional therapists, acknowledging that navigating the disease requires both emotionally honesty and the strong support network. His openness about the struggles has resonated with many, humanizing the experience of living with ALS and underscoring the importance of mental health care for patients and their loved ones. Challenges and struggles. Eric Dane has spoken about the frustration and isolation that can come, especially when it becomes harder to express thoughts and emotions, highlighting the importance of patient-centered care and support communication strategies. Alongside this, Dane has discussed the emotional toll on potential discrimination and misunderstanding, particularly the fear of being treated differently or underestimated because of his illness. He has emphasized how vital it has been to rely on his family, friends, and professional therapists for both practical and emotional support, framing his experience as one that combines personal resilience with advocacy. By sharing these struggles publicly, Dane not only humanizes the living experience of ALS, but also raises awareness about the broader social and systematic challenges faced by people with serious conditions or communication disorders. Treatment. Eric Dane has received treatment to address the communication challenges caused by ALS, working closely with speech-language pathologists to maintain and adapt his ability to express himself. His therapy has included exercises to straighten his remaining speech, the use of argumentative and alterative communication (AAC), tools like speech-generating devices, and training adaptive strategies to facilitate smoother interactions with his family and caregivers. Alongside these practical interventions, Dane has relied on emotional and physiological support, including therapy and counseling, to manage the frustration, anxiety, and isolation that can accompany communication loss. By sharing his experiences publicly, he has not only highlighted the importance of comprehensive treatment for communication disorders, but it also raises awareness about the broader challenges faced by people living with ALS. And these are my sources.